Hey everyone, this is Borvak here with another Ramble review, this time covering Venom, issue number 1, or rather, Legacy issue number 166, it looks like. They're doing dual numbering. Maybe I'll talk about that later. But it's got Donny Cates on it, it's got Ryan Stegman. I wouldn't have thought to pick this up, and potentially wouldn't. I don't know, this art is really good, so this cover might have gotten me anyway, though it is a $4.99 book. But Ryan Stegman, on Twitter, this man is a maniac in the best way possible. He is out there talking about his book, promoting his book, and I haven't seen him attacking any customers or anything like that, which is always a plus. I mean, not that creators do that. Who would attack customers? That would be silly. But we got a nice cover here. Just really good looking Venom here. So let's figure out what's going on. So we flip it open, and the first thing we've got is some sort of ancient. It looks like it says whatever these guys are speaking. They do that little carrot gator thing, whatever, that says these guys are speaking ancient Norse, and they're trying to hold these gates shut. And there's symbiote breaking through. So they're talking about Beowulf. They're hoping Beowulf comes, but the symbiote starts breaking through, grabbing people. Lightning strikes, craziness, some teeth, and I don't know, craziness going on. And then we got lightning here, and Eddie Brock wakes up, and oh my goodness, just the mood of this, the black gutters, everything, the rain pouring outside. Again, you can feel the draft going through this building. The radiator here. Is this where Zach was staying? Is there like a comic book wedged up? I don't know. Turn on the lights, Eddie. I need to know. But he's not doing it for us. Oh well. But Eddie Brock wakes up. He's sleeping on a tiny little mattress in a rundown apartment. There's cracks in the walls. That's not even a twin XL. That looks like just a twin mattress. He's not doing so well in the furniture department, in the bed department. Just a mattress on the floor. But he wakes up. His symbiote is afraid. It's gone away from him, and Eddie Brock says, "Hey, it's just lightning. Don't worry about it. It's not gonna hurt you." And the symbiote says, "No, the monster. That's what I'm afraid of." And Eddie's like, that wasn't my dream. That was your dream. We were sharing that dream. I didn't know you could have nightmares." And the symbiote's like, "Hey, I didn't know either." Or we didn't know either. Symbiote always refers to himself as we, I guess. So Eddie Brock gets up, he takes his pills. Symbiote's trying to stop him. Apparently these are anti-psychosis pills or something like that. And they actually make it harder for him to hear the symbiote speaking in his head. And the symbiote doesn't like that idea, but he's got to focus. The symbiote's getting worse and worse over time and just going crazy. And the symbiote knows he's not well. The symbiote knows that itself is not well, but it doesn't know what to do about it. So Eddie's got to... He can't have this thing just screaming vulgarities and grotesque things at him all the time. So he's got to take these pills to calm it down, and it's yelling at him. The symbiote kind of cares about Eddie because it needs Eddie to survive, and there's almost like there's some kind of kinship there too, just in and of itself. But the symbiote is going crazy and just spewing vile things. And you see here it's threatening and threatening. And then I like this. It's just, you see it's going from black to gray to white. It's just, and then he can't hear it anymore because of the pills. And that last one here, it's saying, "Rip you apart, fill your lungs, blah blah blah." And then this last one, you probably can't see it here, but this actually is really light. It's like the background is white, and then right above that is just one shade lighter than white. It's not going to focus that close. But this one says, "Eat your brains." I, I, know someone, uh, I 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 know someone on a podcast I listen to who would like that quite a bit, I think. But Eddie Brock gets a call on the radio. It's the police scanner. It's not calling for him, but it's the police scanner. And Eddie Brock's gonna go do the lethal protector thing, go and make sure everything's okay. There we got it. 2-page spread of Venom. Nice lettering there. And another full-page spread. So what have we had so far? These are all. There's a full. No, that's not. We got a 2-page spread, but that's really not art. That's a title. But we got. I guess this is our first full-page spread here of just. That is awesome. Oh my goodness. Ryan Stegman is apparently amazing. I should probably know this. Okay, not a full page spread, but I mean seriously, that's a nice. He's swinging off into the night to hopefully save some people in the pouring rain. Oh my goodness, this thing is so moody. So you've got the jack-o'-lantern who's trying to sell some weapons to some thugs, it looks like, and he's saying, hey, these things are directly from Norman Osborn, his stash. These things, you can take down the Spider-Man with them. And they're like, you can't trick us. The Norman Osborn doesn't use guns. I like this part. What of course he did. What of course he did on his big glider thing, chock full of machine guns. I'm telling you, and these guys aren't they're not dumb enough to take whatever he's selling. But Eddie Brock is just snapping pictures. He feels like he should be getting in there and helping because apparently, he's a decent guy. He wants to help. He doesn't want people to get hurt, but he's also afraid if he uses his symbiote, it's going crazy and it's going to take control over him and he's going to end up hurting someone. But then a cop gets shot and all bets are off. So he's going to do something about it. The symbiote takes control and he goes and he takes these guys down. But then someone shoots him in the forehead with some sort of spike. Click. Oh, I gotta go back and show this. Another full-page spread here. I guess this is the first full-page spread. He's saying some nonsense here, which I think is the same lettering they were using for the language. Yeah, back here in the nightmare. So some language that Eddie Brock probably can't understand that the symbiote is speaking. The symbiote is in full control here, but someone shoots him in the head with a spike thing. Click. Boom. Thum. And this guy in the shadows is like, hey, Flash Thompson, I got a job for you. And he's like, I'm not Flash Thompson. He's like, oh, oops. I'm just gonna tase you then. So Eddie Brock wakes up. He's in the darkness. He's kind of tied to a chair. He's talking to this guy. The guy starts talking to him about, I was, you think you were the first, Venom super soldier. No. Actually, Flash Thompson was supposedly the first one, but he wasn't. I was before him. Me and my friends, we had symbiotes. We worked for the government. My friends weren't as lucky as you were. Or as lucky as I was, because I just joined S.H.I.E.L.D. after I got out. But they stayed with their symbiote too long. They bonded too much with their symbiote, permanently bonded, and they went insane. But he says these are good guys. They're going to S.H.I.E.L.D.'s basically going to kill them to cover up their mistakes. And these were good men before they went insane. That's all I want to go save them. So Flash agrees with this. He's going to go help. So the guy gives him some plans. There's the symbiote people are being transported in the truck here. And just this art is so good, so moody. Oh my goodness. I have to keep an eye out for Ryan Stegman in the future. But all his hype on Twitter is being backed up. He was really goofy too on Twitter. But he's waiting for the truck to come, and boom. No, crunch. I say boom all the time. This one's a crunch. He stops the truck. These guys go flying through the window. I'm sure they're fine. And just beautiful art here. Look at that. Yep, so he stops the truck. But then these things get out of the truck. And these are the symbiote guys that he's trying to save. And they've got that same symbol on their foreheads. I don't know what's going on here. This is, can I keep my place here? If we go back to the beginning, were there any symbols? I don't see any symbols here. But he did have, Eddie Brock did have that symbol on him. Yeah, there we go. There we go, back here. In that alley when you lost control, attacking the thugs, the jack-o'-lantern guys. Almost attacked the cops too before that guy stopped them with the spike. So these guys have that too, and they're actually speaking that same weird language, and they separate him from his symbiote, which is not a good thing. And then they stab him. Shoot, that's gonna hurt. And they walk back to the truck. The symbiote's trying to help him, trying to save Eddie Brock, because they're symbiotic relationship. So these guys walk back to the truck. He's trying to keep Eddie awake, trying to keep him alive. Eddie's trying to figure out what's going on, and the symbiote's like, no, just focus on breathing, focus on staying alive while I try to heal you. Which I guess symbiotes can do. That's cool. Kind of like a less gross version of that Parasite anime. So these guys walk back to the truck, but then their dead bodies come back. So something's in the truck that tore the symbiotes from these bodies, and now they're dead. And Eddie Brock says, okay, that weird language that they're speaking, he said, what does that mean? And the symbiote's like, well, it's hard to translate. And Eddie's like, no, tell me. And he says, okay. It means God is coming. And I don't know who that is. Another crack-a-boom. That's some nice thunder. Lightning all the way across the sky. Double lightning. What does it mean? Just so moody. That's smoke in the sky, fire in the water, I think. I think that's backwards. Nice page. So to be continued. We'll see what happens next issue. I don't know what this flying thing is. I don't think that's Vulture. But apparently God is coming, whatever the symbiotes think God is. So that's crazy. We got a letters page. Eddie's Clubhouse. Nice. And yeah, this is a good issue. I skipped a few pages. I kind of went through it quickly. It's worth reading again, line by line, panel by panel, page by page. This is a good issue. A little violent, but not overly gruesome. I'm sure all those guys are okay. It's fine. It's comic books. But yeah, Ryan Stegman did not oversell this. I don't think the art is great. The story, it feels classic. It's a little dark and moody, but it feels like a classic comic story. There's none of this silly social justice politics. It's just a good action story. So we'll see where this goes. I'm going to try to pick up issue 2. Hopefully it's not, $5 like this one is. Not a fan of the numbering. Again, either do a limited series that leads back into the main series, as a jumping on point, have it be Venom Rises #1, that, Venom Rises 1, 2, 3, 4, lead it back into the Venom book so that people start out on that and go. But this dual numbering, it only gets confusing. I don't like that. And then they're just going to reset back to 200 once they get to 200. And I'm not sure if this is even 166. From what I understand, they had to add up. There's all kinds of Venom series that they had to add up together to get to weird numbers. But I don't know. You guys know better than I do, you Venom experts out there. Let me know where I'm wrong. This is a recommend, I think. Maybe not for all ages, but it is good, especially if you're a Venom fan, maybe even a Spider-Man fan, a classic Marvel fan, just a fan of good art. Go pick this up. And let me know what you think. Leave a comment in the comments section. Yeah, so I guess that's all I have to say. If you guys have any thoughts, we'll pick up the second one and see where we go from there. I think I'm going to try to leave a link in the video. I haven't done this before, but I'm going to leave a couple links. Check out some of my other videos if you want to. I don't have a lot of Marvel ones out yet, but hopefully that will change soon with stuff like this. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Check out my other videos if you want, and we'll talk to you later. See you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.